Hi guys, Angela and Richard here back with another video, and today we are going to talk about banking. There's a question that somebody asked from YouTube, Steve, and he said, I have never had any account. Now for instance, I got a job in Qatar, which means do they use for payment? Kindly, is it a must that I have a bank account? Asking for a friend. And this is a very good question. So Richard, what do you have to say about this?
I think once you come in Qatar, once you come to Qatar, if you're employed by a company, the first thing they will do after giving you your ID, they have to give you a bank account.
That is true. So you don't have to worry about having to open a bank account from here, because that is the responsibility of the employer. One of the onboarding processes is for them to open a bank account for you, because without a bank account you cannot get paid. You ask like what is the means of payment? You get paid through a bank account. Each and every employee has to have a bank account opened by the company.
Because I think there is no way the government cannot allow you to be paid cash money.
No,
it's not allowed. So your money must pass through a bank account. But a good idea for Kenyans, most Kenyans, they don't like storing their money in the account for a long time. Once you get paid your money, you can transfer it either via Western Union or M-Pesa direct to your account in
savings
Kenya.
Account in Kenya. So one important thing to note is that yes, before you come to Qatar, please, if you don't own a bank account, a local bank account in Kenya, open with one of the banks, KCB, Standard, Equity, whatever, but make sure you have a savings account. Especially like for the banks that I have seen that can transfer money directly from here to your account, like Standard, Equity, KCB, what else? Cooperative Bank. Those ones, even like if your a bank is using if your company is using like a central commercial bank of what is CBQ? Commercial Bank of Qatar, I think. What are you using? What do you use?
For me, I'm using QNB.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm using QNB.
Yeah, so for us we use CBQ, and we do have an application, like an app that you can download from either Play Store or Apple Store, and from that application you can transfer money directly from your account here, from your phone here to M-Pesa or straight to your bank account. Do you have like a QNB app for phone?
For us, we have already.
Oh, you have an Oredo app. Okay.
So once the company pays you, you get your salary. Then you decide if you want to send it to your M-Pesa, or you want to send it to your family, or you want to send it to your bank account. And for me, I have two accounts actually. I have one in Equity and I have another one in KCB Bank. The KCB Bank, you can directly deposit via M-Pesa, and it's a Diaspora account.
Oh, okay. So did you open that from here or
no? The Diaspora account, once we were coming in Qatar, we were called for a meeting by the agency.
Oh, really?
So whoever was interested in having that account, that was a good way of getting an account without going to the bank, whereby the bank has followed you where you are.
So the bank officials came to Envel, that is?
Yeah, they came to Envel. We were in a meeting, then they told us we have an account, a KCB account, a Diaspora account, so anybody who wants to join can register, and then that's how I registered.
So what do you think are the benefits of having a Diaspora account as opposed to the regular bank accounts, like savings account that you have?
A Diaspora account, there's no difference because it's a saving account.
Okay.
Even if you go back to Kenya, you can still withdraw your money. But for me, it assists me a lot because I don't want to access my money. You understand?
Or you want your savings to remain your savings?
To remain, my savings. I don't want to touch anything from there.
Okay, so that is very, very important. So one thing I want to point out, of course we've mentioned that you can use M-Pesa to transfer your account, but what you need to remember, as I think I mentioned in another video, what to pack for Qatar, remember to pack your M-Pesa SIM card. like your Safaricom SIM card, because now without that SIM card, then of course you cannot transact with M-Pesa. So you can carry your M-Pesa SIM card, and then you can use you can buy a Mulika Mwizi, so that you put your Safaricom line on it, because we do have a connection, direct connection to Safaricom. Like this phone here, I use it for my Safaricom line. I get SMSs and everything going on in Kenya. I can get whatever, even messages from the bank, I can get from this phone. So it's very important. Another thing I wanted to mention about banking is that you may wonder why it is necessary for you to have a bank account in Kenya. What you need to know is that we have two types of accounts. Like we have a debit card account, and we have pay card account that employers will open for their staff to transfer money, like for salary accounts. For people earning less than 4,000 Qatari riyals, then you have a pay card account. For people earning more than like 4,000 riyals going up, even if maybe your basic salary is 2,500, and then maybe you're getting house allowance, and then you're getting transport allowance, if the total is 4,000 that's supposed to go to your account, then you get a debit card account, which means that's like a savings account. You can deposit money, you can withdraw money from it, you can use it as a savings account. But if you do not qualify for that debit card account, then you have a pay card account. It is just an account. It's like a mass account. It's like one account. Then you just have a share in it. Like you cannot deposit, you cannot go to the bank and say I want to save money in my account.
You cannot.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Once, it's just you can use the pay card for payment in the
only way it helps you is if you have some cash in your pocket, you can return back to the account, and then maybe you send it, but you cannot save.
You can return money to the pay card account.
For me, my account, the one I'm paid salary with, if I withdraw money and I don't want that money, I can go to Oredo. They have some ATMs. You deposit.
Oh, that's new. Maybe that is for QNB. I don't know if that works with CBQ, but I know for CBQ, once you get that money out, if you accidentally get too much money than you needed, maybe you wanted to get out 50 riyals, you end up getting 500 riyals out, then you have to remain with that cash. Either you send it home via M-Pesa, you send it to your bank, or just keep it as cash.
So the accounts are different actually, but it depends on the agreements that these guys are looking at me on me.
Some kids are looking at us and wondering what we are doing actually.
Hi. Good.
YouTube channel?
It's a YouTube channel.
What's the name?
You want to subscribe? Okay, just give me 1 minute. I finish and then I'll let you know.
So Richard just got himself a new subscriber. some Qatari kids there. So that's so much to
where
do
did
with
we
banking.
stop? It's you can actually, it's better you deposit your money back home than staying with it here. Usiweke pesa kwa mattress.
Usiweke pesa chini ya mattress, and then if you keep so much money here, the chances that you might end up misusing the money are very high. But if you know that the money has already gone home and you cannot access it, then alas, you only have to wait until next month. So for most of us, what we do, I think that is also what you do. You only leave in your account the much that you know will take you through the month. You leave, not like ile umejifinyilia sana, but maybe you leave something like after you do your shopping, you can leave something like 300, which for me 300 is if after I've done my shopping, I will not even use all of it.
You can't.
No, I will not use all of it.
Maybe.
At least now, because before I really would, but now that I have become a little bit smarter and I have grown, developed some financial intelligence. Once I do my shopping at the end of the month, then this weekly shopping will only take me at most
anywhere in the world, but mostly in Qatar, every coin counts.
Every coin counts, and it is so important. We are here to make money, and as I think he said in another video, aujikazi sana to such a way that you cannot buy yourself a pair of shoes. Like from time to time you can, but if you just make it that every time you get your money you run to the shop, buy a pair of shoes, like how many shoes can
for
you...
For me I just do it once in a year.
Yeah, exactly. Even me, I will treat myself to a good pair of shoes.
I have to treat myself.
Yeah.
So.
And I will wait until there is a sale, like during Christmas season, during Ramadan season, when there are sales, I can get a good brand of shoes at a cheaper price, but I don't frequent those places. Before, it used to be like me and my girlfriend say, hey, tukipata mshahara, tunaenda place fulani. So every time you get paid,
and also here mostly you're working, so you don't need those shoes sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So because Monday to at least 6 days a week you're wearing like work shoes.
And for me sometimes I'm at work the whole week.
Yeah.
Completely. No.
So you have 20 pair of shoes for what?
For what?
Seriously, you go back to Kenya, will you utaanzisha, unless unataka kuanzisha biashara ya mtumba, but how much are you going to, ama biashara ya kuuza viatu, but utauza pesa ngapi? Like, it doesn't make so much sense.
Yeah.
So I really this year, like since it started, I've really been emphasizing on the importance of saving, and I have been so disciplined, and I encourage everybody to do that because it is so. Wacha nikwambie, urudi nyumbani after you have finished your contract and then you have nothing. People will laugh at you. Watakwambia umetoka maju ukiomba mtu so moja na kuuliza ulimaliza 500,000 au kuko unaweka pesa. So just keep in mind that at some point you'll need to go back home. Anything can happen. You might decide to end your contract. You might be forced to end your contract. But at least if you have something outside there that you can either start a business or just do something with your life, it's so important. So please guys, open a bank account, save. Hata kama ni kusave kwa mshwari, but just make sure you're putting some money. Kuna mshwari locked savings. You can lock it for 1 year. At least you will, but make sure you have the discipline of putting the money inside there regularly.
Yeah. So anything you want to add?
I think for banking,
it's important to bank actually.
It is so important, guys, to save. It is so important.
That's why you are here.
There is one very important saying that says, make some. This is like related to money. Make some, give some, spend some, and save some. So as you make money, give money, like make sure you're giving it back to God, like 10%, very important. Make sure you're spending some money. Don't deny yourself food and the necessary basic necessities. And then please make sure there is a percentage of your income that you're saving every month in a very disciplined way, so that when a time comes that you need to access a lot of money, you don't need to go and borrow from anyone. Who will laugh at you? Tell me. Simple. Ati umefanya kazi majuu miaka 2 alafu narudi nyumbani unaanza kuomba rent.
Fadhali kama unajua hujasave.
Anza size. Roho safi. Utachekwa.
To challenge yourself. Yeah.
So it's very important, guys. So it is 6 p.m. and time to go home. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this video and
on the other videos also.
Because today has been a content creation.
Angie hapendi kusema subscribe. Just subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, man.
Yeah, remember to subscribe to Richard's channel, and also if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please remember to do so. This is a very informative channel if you don't know, and if you are benefiting from this information, the least I ask you, and if you're benefiting from my other videos, at least the least I ask you, the best way you can support me is by liking my videos, sharing, commenting. Make sure you're commenting. I read all the comments. I laugh at some comments, but they just make my day. Some are mean comments. People are just like that. Maybe they're having a bad day. It's just the way life is.
Yeah.
But just remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff.
And you have any other thing that you want us to discuss?
Any other suggestion?
You can just comment down there. And then if it's all about men, Angie will give it to me. And anything.
Or you can go directly to his channel and comment and say, hey Richard, I would like you to make a video about ABCD. Nyax Micheka is the channel.
It's my channel. Nyax Micheka is my YouTube channel. Nyax Micheka is my Facebook page. Yeah, Instagram so
all things Nyax Micheka. So peace.
Na wale wenye wanauliza Nyax Micheka ni Nyax ni Nyakundi. So Nyax Nyakundi.
Bye.
Okay.